economy is going through a tough patch and you are being hurt by it, I know. The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses are struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there is not.
What, Mr. President? You wish there was a way out? Please, Mr. President, don't say that. There must be something you can do about this. You can't just leave us like this. Remember, you told us that you have the track record and that this job has been your lifelong ambition.
He's a Democrat. He didn't ask me to stop. He didn't ask me not to attempt and pursue my ambition. It's a lifelong ambition.
There must be a way out of this mess, Mr. President. It's been a sustained whirlwind experience of hardship since Tinubu took over as the president of Nigeria. Its reign has been hellish for poor Nigerians in the last 8 months or so. Has hardship, naira depreciation, insecurity, fuel hike as a result of the fuel subsidy removal have put Nigeria on a precipice. With such damning statistics, where the exchange rate to the dollar is as high as 1,730 naira as at the time of making this video, and naira has not been mocked as one of the worst currencies in the world. I mean, just watch the video.
Nigerians, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60,000 francs in Cameroon a few years ago used 20,000 naira. Only 20,000 naira was 60,000 francs in Cameroon. It means Cameroonians going to Nigeria was like traveling to Europe. We're making money. Now, only just a few months into office, it is 15,000 francs that is equal to 20,000 naira. That means, in fact, naira has fallen from the top right down until now. It is Nigerians who are in Cameroon and now abroad. Ha! So we are giving free visas. If you are in Nigeria and you want to travel, no need to go to Europe. Just come to Cameroon, because the way the naira is going, soon the naira will be lesser than Indonesian rupees.
And imagine the Cameroonian making a mockery of the naira, even trying to tell Nigerians can not jackpot to Cameroon. Can you just imagine that? Man, Nigeria don't suffer. Nigeria should jackpot to Cameroon. But do you blame the guy for saying that? And then this other picture you guys are even saying. Sometimes I wonder, where did Nigeria even get these pictures from? That's something about Nigerians, no matter what they're going through at the moment, they still find a way to amuse themselves. I mean, is that not why they say that that Nigerians are the happiest people in the world, no matter what they are actually going through? The picture you're seeing there, it's the late president of Nigeria, Shehu Shagari. And then you can see how the umbrella Nigerians are saying that it's not because they respect the president, but because they respect the naira, because then naira was a senior brother to the dollars. So that's why you see them carrying the umbrella and trying to put it. Nigerian can be really, really, really funny. So even the 50% unemployment rate in the country cannot even depress them, as they still find time to be happy. There's even a report from the World Bank that shows that about 65% of persons living in Nigeria are multidimensionally poor, and that, to put it in absolute terms, about 140 million Nigerians are living below the poverty line. Are we even talking about the rising debt profile? Which is about 90 trillion naira, while we're using almost 10 trillion to service debts. And the inflation rate is almost 33%, approaching runaway level, with GDP growth rate averaging between 1.5 to 1.8. And when checking all these economic indices, the Nigerian economy is at its lowest since independence, making one wonder whether there ever going to be, lights at the end of the tunnel. And that's why this topic is very germane at this point, how the hardship Nigerians are indeed facing and the demise of the Naira have exposed President Tinubu as one that was overrated to have the magic solutions to the country's problems. The question here is the president overwhelmed by these problems? If so, was his capacity to solving this problem overhyped? I mean, was he overestimated? Perhaps he was overestimated. Maybe because of the fact that they said he made Lagos and then probably had, I don't know, I'm just asking. That's the question most people are asking. So let me at this point and welcome you to my channel, Shani's Digest. I will come on board my new subscribers as I continue to appreciate my returning subscribers. This is a channel where we get to speak out and say it as it is, and big thumbs up for those that have continued to support me. I really do appreciate. So now let me say this. We know how excited and hopeful Nigerians are when one political dispensation changes to another because of the expectation of good leadership. That this new president who take over from these predecessors, they always underperform, thereby making the failures of their predecessors look like a child's play. I ask this question, are they all jinxed? Because there's a trajectory. For example, this happened between Goodluck Jonathan and Buhari, and now between Tinubu and Buhari. We had thought that Goodluck Jonathan was clueless and incompetent. You can see the picture there when Tinubu in 2014, when he was campaigning for Buhari, saying that Buhari was going to pay jobless Nigerians 5,000 naira every month, and then Buhari was also going to create 3 million jobs annually. So we just wanted Jonathan to go, and you can see from Nigerians can be very funny. I mean, which one is rest in peace, or I don't understand. So this picture simply tells these things happen. People saw it live and well in this country when all this was actually going on. So we wanted Jonathan out because we thought he was clueless, and then we started chanting, change, 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 and then Say Baba came in, took over.
I intend to keep my oath and serve as president to all Nigerians. I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
Of course, okay, that's the video when he said, I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody. Yeah, okay, you belong to everybody, yeah, you belong to nobody. Oh, well, posterity will judge you with this statement, whether it's true or not. And then he took over, and that was when we understood the true meaning of cluelessness and incompetence. Where, don't get me wrong, I also had serious hope. I campaigned for Buhari. People who know me would know that, but how were we supposed to know that we're here to see the worst of it all? So again, we were like, wow, it can never be this bad. It can never be this bad. So we thought, and then of course we started the agitation for the elusive Nigerian leader went on. And so we start yearning for change again. That's when the Jagaban, the Lagos poster boy, the one that drove Lagos, he said he drove Lagos from zero and made Lagos the 5th largest economy in the continent of Africa, and then drove the IGR of Lagos that it made at 600 million naira per month to a whopping 50 billion naira. And then we thought, this is our Messiah. I campaigned for him. I won't say I didn't. I say this is a Messiah. He is going to deliver. So of course, there was a genuine yearn for change. And we rooted for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as the Messiah that was going to take Nigeria to our own El Dorado, to our Silicon Valley. He even came out to, of course, sometimes it can be a bit loquacious. Of course, he came out to tell the whole world that his track record prepared him for the presidency. And that's, of course, a nice track record. We rooted for him based on the track record. And the question is, what happened? Because this is our reality. What's the reality today? I made a video some time ago, I think like 2 years ago, making allusion to, the underperformance presidents that, they'll take over from their predecessors. Just take a listen.
With the abysmal performance of these successive governments, have you guys noticed a certain peculiarity amongst them? The performance of the incumbent government makes the underperformance of its predecessor a child's play, making us wonder, how bad can it ever get? This is probably why a failed preceding government, who failed on all key performance indicators, misfiring on all cylinders, would have the temerity to applaud its failure as an achievement. This only goes to support the statement that in Nigeria, no matter how bad the performance of the predecessor was, the new government will be so bad such that the former president will be seeing his government as best performing in Nigeria. What a joke. If that is the trajectory, then I fear for the performance of the new president.
So, sometimes I ask him, how did we even get here? Is it that we are jinxed, we can never get it right, and the president should act very fast? Of course, we know what happened. Of course, the harassment is already warming up with the protests happening in many parts of the country. It's already going on. I mean, it's already warming up. So the government has to act fast before we begin to experience our own Arab Spring. Of course, you know what that means. So asking Nigerians to be patient for the government to, find solutions to the problems. The question is, how long does the government want these poor masses to be patient before these reforms begin to solve the problems? Solve all our problems. Problems. That's what we have here. Problems. Challenges. Is that why President Tinubu came out? The Jagaban. He was going to solve Nigerian problem, that he has been nursing this ambition for 30 years. 30 years. So time has come. This is your scorecard. So how long is the long run, as the Keynesian school of thoughts will always ask? How long is the long run? Because in the long run, we're all dead. Except, of course, the president wants us to believe that it was indeed overrated and overhyped, that he had the capacity to tackle the Nigeria's problems and then put smiles on people's faces, so that Nigerians will not go to bed with empty stomach. This is where I draw the curtain for today. Thank you for always finding the time to watch my video. If you like the content of this video, please give us a thumbs up. Strike on that notification bell so that you get to be notified whenever I upload a content like this. Leave your comments down below and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. See you pretty soon. Stay awesome. Peace out as always.